So this is Jason Fisher, and we are here with the Talking Neat show. And today I've got the cool sounds of Willow and Wife. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you for having
Well,
us.
thank you. Thank you for being here. So we're basically going to do the whiskey, if you're ready for it. If
We're
not, I got a nice 12-year-old aged bottle of milk that I can serve you, but
Pass on the milk.
Yeah, I'll take the whiskey over the milk.
whiskey over the milk. Okay. So before we jump in, we are going to start with the shitty Crown Royal.
Some Crown.
Some Crown.
Can't go wrong with Crown.
It's good for mixing, but that's about it. The reason it's good for mixing is you want to hide that flavor of the Crown. And let me know. Let me know if you want a bit of a heavier pour.
Perfect.
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 Yes.
And
Cheers.
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 Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Yeah. So.
Not bad.
Burns on the way down.
Processing.
Very good.
Very good.
So tell me a bit about your band, Willow and Wife.
You want to start?
Yeah. How'd you guys start?
How did we start? So we were married previously for around a year. We had been married, and we took a trip. We were both pursuing music independently, and decided to finally just pursue together.
Yeah. We were making music independently. I think we went on a trip to Park City, Utah with some friends. And at that time,
I'm sorry.
it was during the snow season, so lots of snowboarding. It was fun.
Really fun.
But I couldn't sing. I lost my vocal cords. I lost my voice for 2 years, so I started making electronic music. And she would sing and write some choruses and verses to it. We showed some friends in Park City, and they were like, "You guys got to do something like together." So that's kind of how it started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what was your background before you guys got started?
My background, I grew up in church, doing church music, leading worship, and then kind of independently grew to my own sound, and I was doing pop R&B with a little bit of EDM, right when EDM was barely starting, and I was working with a couple producers, made a couple singles for myself, and that's kind of when we met, and we kind of married our sounds together after that.
Yeah.
And you guys married.
Yeah.
And we're
Yourselves
married.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really good, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ready to move.
Oh,
you guys!
sorry.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
are we doing
What?
shots or are we
Shots of
casually
questions, sorry.
drinking?
Nothing casual
All right, here we
about
go.
this. We got like 5 whiskeys to go through. So.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Party.
So moving on from Crown, we are going a little south of the Canadian border
Mm,
to the classic Jack Daniels.
little Jack.
A little bit harsher taste,
Love Jack.
Thank you.
actually a bit of a heavier pour.
Cheers.
All right. Round 2.
Cheers.
Round
Cheers.
2. Cheers.
I'm sure this is just gonna keep devolving as we,
Right.
Yeah.
by the time we hit the next one, we'll have to check the tape just to see what happened.
Are we talking clear?
I could be the next member of Willow and Wife.
Yeah, we'll have a third member.
Yes.
Drunken bar
Backup
band.
dancer.
I don't dance.
No dancing?
No.
Well, I dance, but people say I shouldn't, so I just say I
Oh.
don't dance. So
Yeah. That's kind of how I am.
I've got the white boy syndrome. So
The white boy syndrome.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not pretty.
Sudi, wife over here,
I do.
is definitely the dancer in our family.
I would say so.
Yeah. Definitely more of a dancer
For sure.
than I am.
So Sudi, what
Yes.
what kind of name is that?
Sudi. My actual real name is Sudi Savai. So it's actually a lot longer, but it means born by miracle. So when my mom was pregnant with me, she got scratched by a cat, and back in the day, they just didn't really know what was going to happen. But basically, blood work came out. She had toxoplasmosis, which is like a blood disease.
Yeah, from cat scratches.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. But they said, you know, it was harmful to her, harmful to the baby. And so when it came down to it, my parents just kept believing, and here I am today. So it means born by miracle.
Very cool.
Yeah. So in a short sentence.
Yeah. Nick means...
I was just going to say, I'm sure you don't have a cool story like that. But
Nick means the greatest of them all, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
does it?
It will after this drink.
Yes.
So the whiskey, man, where does this whiskey come from? And
This one, like this one in particular, or like, did I go into a grocery store and
yeah,
pick
is there a
these up?
story? Are these all from like special people, or are they just kind of from grocery stores?
I'm kind of special, and
Very.
kind of came from my whiskey stash at home. So.
Definitely.
Yeah, from special people.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, when we get to them, we'll.
Get into them.
Yeah, there's nothing special about Crown or Jack.
It's just there.
That's why you have Crown and Coke and Jack and Coke, or
It's true.
it's
Simple.
drowning out the flavors.
That's funny. Talk and drink.
Okay. So while so
Finishing this Jack.
you guys mentioned to me earlier, you're originally from Texas. You're now California transplants.
We are.
We are.
So your sound is a bit surf rock. Dallas is how many hours from the beach?
Shoot. Like minimum
5 minimum
8. Or
from
Houston?
like Houston.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
But it's
So
not
what
a
gi-
beach.
What gives you the right to do surf rock from Dallas?
It
I mean,
just
that's a
comes out.
California sound, or maybe an island sound, but how did surf rock come out of it?
Where did it come from? I
Yeah,
think it
where did that sound come from you guys? I mean, it's a traditional vibe that you got to feel. You're not allowed to feel that vibe in Dallas.
That's why we came.
That's so good. I think it's a sound from our soul.
Yeah.
I was born in Lake Havasu, Arizona.
Arizona.
I mean, Lake Havasu is half California, half Arizona, so I could have been bored on that half California side. That may have been where this surf rock sound comes from.
Yeah. And I'm originally from Mexico, so I mean, maybe islandy beach vibes. I don't know.
She grew up at the beach a lot.
I did.
as a kid.
yes,
Okay. What part of
definitely.
Mexico?
Guadalajara, Jalisco.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right on the beach.
So city, but close to a beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think we like the beach a lot, and in Texas, obviously, there's no beaches, so we like to write about things that take us places. So
Yeah.
we always would write about the beach because we wanted to go to the beach. So
And feelings that our music gave, like
yeah,
our music would often give feelings to people like, oh, that sounds like I should be at the beach right now.
yeah,
And we like kind of giving feelings through music, so we, the beach always brings good feelings to a lot of people that aren't around it a lot, so,
Mm-hmm. So your music is more for people who aren't near the beach than
Well-
people near the beach.
it started.
Yeah, it started that way, but now people
Now we're
at the beach are like, yo, I like this. I could listen to this when I go to the beach, so.
So now you're able to make music videos and stuff because you can't make a music video with your music and not be at the beach.
You can.
You can't.
Yeah, and that's funny because we just made a music video all filmed at the beach in Laguna.
In Laguna.
Actually.
Yes.
So.
It would have been funny if you guys like went up to the mountains for the music
Yeah.
video. Just
Completely opposite.
shock everyone. Surprise!
We're not at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're totally different.
Makes
And
sense.
since you guys are done, we are moving on to Few.
Few. I haven't had that one yet.
Few.
I haven't had this one either. It's a rye whiskey.
Mm.
I'm not the biggest fan of rye whiskey because I always think of hillbillies.
You're with the right people.
Yeah.
Don't
I
come
mean,
from the country.
I do know rye a bit sweeter. There's different flavors in it, but it should be pretty good. I hope.
Nice.
You know what? It was expensive, so it should be
There you go.
decent.
Expensive means good, right?
It better be. We gotta pay for this.
Right. Does it say where this is from?
God, I gotta get my glasses. I don't know if it's the whiskey eyes or the.
Classic.
Yes.
I'm gonna guess.
You know what? You asked a question that I'm almost embarrassed to say the answer. It's from Illinois.
Illinois.
I mean, that's just
Oh.
not
Normal.
where I
I mean, hey, Chicago.
associate great whiskey coming from, but we'll see.
We'll see.
They can surprise us.
Yeah, I like these ice cubes too.
I do too.
Oversized ice
The
cubes.
big ones.
The big ones.
Cheers to oversized ice cubes.
Well,
Yes.
that way you get less of a surface area. Or actually, I guess it's less, but it keeps your drink cool.
Yeah,
So
I
you're-
like
Yeah,
it.
and it lasts.
It's not watering it down as
Yeah.
quickly as
Yeah.
a smaller
I like,
cube.
we need to get these.
I think they're actually called bar cubes.
Bar
But that's
cubes.
the size, yeah.
So that's the expensive whiskey.
You know, I actually feel like this isn't initially burning.
Rye is a bit smoother. It's
Yeah.
a bit
Mhm.
sweeter.
Yeah. I like this one.
You didn't like the other two?
I did like
Well,
them.
I mean, you're going from like a $16 bottle, a $17 bottle to, I mean, I think it was like a $60 bottle.
Oh, yeah.
There's a,
Difference.
it's a smaller batch. There's a guy taking time with it. They're not. I mean, you'll never find this at a store.
Right.
It's gonna be better, hopefully,
Hopefully.
or else they're gonna be out of business.
We found a really cool whiskey in Texas. It was like a honey whiskey. It was like a really nice handmade honey whiskey from somewhere in Texas. And we met the owner when we were at a liquor store one time. He signed the bottle for us, but it was a really, really good whiskey. We'll bring it next time.
Sounds good. Oh, sorry, I gotta have you back.
There you go.
So I'll just save all the questions for next time. Show's over.
So,
Yeah, that'd definitely be cool. I don't think I've had a few flavored whiskeys, and they've been pretty good. Some of them. I mean, technically, moonshine is a whiskey.
Yo,
They just distill the hell out of it.
moonshine is potent.
Yeah. We're about to get into the knock your socks off
Yeah?
ones.
All right.
it's in a fancy bottle.
You're gonna see me dancing on the table pretty soon.
Yes.
Here we go.
So I noticed on your website, or I guess your YouTube channel, you guys are somewhat into fitness and health. I didn't
Absolutely.
see whiskey, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
so what kind of like brought you on to the kind of like that health food
Kick.
Fitness.
kick? Yeah, I guess. I wanted to
Um,
say fanatic, but I don't think you're at that level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we're like overly
No.
crazy about it.
Yeah.
We just kind of like keeping our bodies where we feel really comfortable.
Yeah, I
at.
haven't seen you guys do a wheat shot yet. So
Yeah, no.
Definitely. No, so we both grew up doing sports as well. He grew up doing baseball, basketball. I did volleyball, soccer, track. So we've always kind of done sports and been into fitness. But I think when about 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago, we started a new diet, and we just kind of saw a difference between when we eat regularly and when we started doing this diet, or it's just like a lifestyle kind of thing now. We started seeing a difference in our energy levels, just everything kind of started changing and getting a little bit better, a little bit more just better. And
Now we're just trying to show other people what we
Right.
did that helped us, you know?
Right, and it doesn't have to always be at a gym, or you don't always have to spend $150. You know, we try to show everybody like a variety of ideas of how to do it on a budget or on your own time, or you know, to your lifestyle.
Yeah. So just kind of like, it was just something new. There was this new diet that we found out that was actually different than what we were raised doing. And we're
Yeah.
like, holy cow, you don't have to do life with 3 meals a day at this certain time eating this. You can actually do it this way, and it can lead to more happiness and better feelings. So we're just kind of sharing it right now.
Yeah.
Really. That's kind of what led to it.
Definitely.
that's
Oh,
cool.
we got a lot of questions, so we started sharing it.
Yeah.
Now, California is kind of like the mecca of looking good, fitness, and all that. So, I mean, have you guys tried any of the health food restaurants or anything like that?
Good spots to eat around.
Good spots.
Yeah,
Like
we
In-N-Out Burger?
we have tried
Wait,
In-N-Out.
yes.
So good. Way
It
better
was
than the ones in Texas.
Way better in Texas.
Really?
Yeah, so
in
I figured, I mean,
it's
Texas
not
is
good.
where all the beef is supposed to come from.
Right.
I figured you guys would have
It wasn't
fresher
good in
meat than we
Texas.
get.
Yeah, but no, like the In-N-Out in Texas was just the In-N-Out in California was way better.
Way
you
better.
could totally tell that it was
Sorry.
a California thing. We have tried. There's a really good restaurant called Berlin's. It's like this German food. It's a Duna. That's what they call them. They're like a sandwich, but super healthy, all organic, and you don't feel really full afterwards.
Definitely.
They have one in Venice Beach, West Hollywood.
Definitely.
Couple
We also
locations.
like to cook our own food as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually never used to cook. I would burn water. Like
She
I
would
was
burn
so
water.
bad. But somehow I've
My-
just
My sister
it up.
actually seriously burned water. She was
Yes.
making Jello and burned the actual water.
you
No
can.
way.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you can.
That was me too. So yeah, we cook some home meals like chipotle. We make at home chipotle bowls like with rice, your meat, whatever you kind of toppings.
Crazy seasonings and
Yes.
toppings. Yeah.
They're
You,
really
you don't have to call it Chipotle bowls. I mean, it's
There you go.
Like
food
a-
like
like
from
a-
where you came from.
Yeah.
You don't have to like give it some
What is
like
it?
bastardized name at this point.
Or
Like a Mexican
Right,
chicken bowl.
like a chicken
Yeah.
bowl.
Like
That's
a-
what I was saying.
yeah.
Yeah,
Really good.
like a really good bowl.
I don't know of any other restaurants. I can't think of any besides those. Yeah, mostly eating at home. Berlin's is a good one.
A couple good Tex-Mex. Yeah, we like Tex-Mex, of course.
Uh
We're going into bourbon.
oh.
Let's do it.
Will it?
Will it?
Still good.
Ooh. I like the bottle, just to
Yeah,
say.
that
nice
is.
bottle.
I hate being that person, but
Right?
I bought this one because it had a cool bottle that stood out. and I knew nothing about it. I just figured if they've got a bottle like that, it's got to be good.
That's why you buy everything. The packaging.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like going and adopting the cute dog.
Right.
That's what I
Does it
did.
look good?
I hate myself for it. It's actually really good.
Well,
Let's
cheers to the
do
good
it.
bottle.
But
whiskey.
yeah, it's a bourbon.
All right.
Cheers.
It should be smoother than the rye.
Oh, way smoother.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Pick up like some vanilla and
Yeah.
cherry a little bit.
Yeah, like a flavor.
You know, I gotta say, this is the first time I've ever sampled whiskey
Yeah,
like this.
This is really cool. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us on the show. This is great. I like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one's really good.
So we do have our first show coming up, actually.
Like you guys never played in Texas? Like a live show?
No, we've played.
Besides the living room?
We played
all over Texas.
hundreds of shows across Texas.
Yes.
I guess not our first show. Our first show since we've moved to California.
I was
No.
the second.
That's a lie too.
We
It's
played
the
on
whiskey.
July
Just you guys have gone from playing like the Cowboys Stadium to now that was your first show.
Yeah, that was
now
our first
you're in California.
There
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go. There you go.
We have another show coming up, is what I was trying to say. There we go.
Yes.
So where's that? When's that?
So it's going to be in Auburn, California.
I don't even know where that is.
Auburn, California is a very cool northern town of California. Lots of pine trees, hills, mountains. Like
So you guys are traveling.
we're traveling.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
we
gonna
travel
be travel.
musicians.
We're,
Yeah.
We travel all the time. It's going to be in the Lake of the Pines Country Club. So at 5:30 on October 4th.
Yes.
October 4th.
Okay.
It's going to be it's about a month away. Really cool, low-key, chill vibes kind of night. It's just going to be her and I and acoustic guitar. Definitely kind of like telling the stories behind all of our songs and how they came
Definitely.
about.
Those are always the best when
Yes.
you little talk in between
Yeah.
Yes.
songs.
No
Have to tell a
lights.
story.
Yeah, no fog machines, just really broken down.
None of the glitz, the glam.
We may
Just
sprinkle
stripped down.
some glamour on
dancing?
her. She may do some dancing, but yeah,
Maybe.
stripped down definitely. So
Very.
that's our next
Cool.
show coming up.
So you dance?
I do a little bit here and there. Yeah, I kind of done it periodically all my life, but I kind of just do it incorporating our music. So
As long as you're not up there twerking or
no,
nothing like that. Okay.
No twerking.
No,
No twerking.
no.
But yeah, we do have our next show coming up, so that's really exciting for us.
Okay. So why Northern California?
Well, why not? Really, our goal is to become like the next biggest music duo of the world. I mean,
Sonny and Cher.
the last one I can think of is Sonny and Cher. You know, so we're Willow and Wife, and we kind of categorize ourselves as the king and queen of coastal pop music. So really, to kind of become that big of a name, you really got to play everywhere.
Right.
And Northern California, we have family up there. We have some friends up there. Lake of the Pines is just a really beautiful scene to kind of set the stage of who we are and what we want to do. So that's kind of why we wanted to go up there, just a
Right.
different scenic spot that we could showcase our work
Right.
at.
Very
It's
cool.
a little bit more scenic, and we're also right now writing our current Christmas album. So it'll kind of inspire some Christmas tones, I feel.
Definitely.
We were listening to some Christmas music today. We were like,
were.
you know what? You just gotta get in the spirit.
We gotta get in the spirit. Yeah, we were thinking about putting our Christmas tree up in our place, and like, you just gotta get in full Christmas mode to record a Christmas album, you know?
When it's 98 degrees out.
I know.
You-
That's gonna be weird.
You guys are the people that force like Target and Walmart to put up Christmas displays in August.
We're the engine behind
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's
Put
funny.
Christmas up now.
You're why they do it.
It's
Get out. There's the
Get
door.
out.
the musicians.
Yeah.
But
Damn you.
no, it's exciting. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Are you guys excited to play like a live show?
So excited. I think that's exactly where we feel purpose is when, or at least for me speaking, I feel like when I'm on a stage in front of a mic, that's exactly when I meet purpose. There's no other feeling in the world. And then when you get off the stage, you're just like, man, I want to do that again.
Mhm.
So I think that's what's exciting with any show. You know what? It can be like a small 3-person show or 100,000-person show, and it's always special because it's just that moment of you get to finally show people what you've worked on, what you've wrote, and you kind of get to connect with people in that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we are moving on to Lafroig.
Lafroy.
This is the best Scottish whiskey. I love this. This is the 10-year. They also have a 12, a 16. But this is an Isla.
Let's do it.
Let
You
the
said
Lafroy
it was
begin.
gonna burn.
Before you drink this one,
Let it burn.
smell it.
Oh.
Okay.
And they take the peat from the bogs, and while they're distilling it, they kind of like light it on fire so the smoke enhances the flavor. So Isla whiskeys are very distinct.
I literally
And
can
it's-
smell campfire
yeah, you
smoke
can.
right now.
It's gonna hit you right about here.
I'm
And
excited.
we'll see what kind of person you're made of by if you go back for that second.
I do.
This
come
is not a
from-
beginner's one,
from Texas.
but yeah.
We'll come for Texas.
Well, cheers, you guys.
Cheers, you guys. Oh, I smell like the burn, like campfire-y. Y'all both tasted it. I just smelled it.
Super campfire-y. Like,
Yeah.
this was literally brewed under a campfire. Straight up.
Yeah, but you can picture yourself at like a reggae concert. The guy in front of you,
Yeah.
his dread catches
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
That's the flavor.
It kind of
Totally.
almost tastes spicy. Can I say that?
hmm
Like smoky, spicy.
I can feel a spice in
You
there.
can
like
say
a
it, but you'd be
spice.
wrong.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
like a
very
taste, yeah.
different.
But it doesn't burn. Like that's what's
Yeah.
cool.
There's
Yeah, it's some people say it's a bit medicine-y.
Yeah.
You have that like kind of metallicness.
Yeah.
I can taste
in
it still.
But it's one that you just take throughout your whole tongue. Get the
I-
whole sensation.
I got the whole. There's like 10,000
Yeah.
sensations.
I
in
know.
it.
It's
I'm like still
weird.
tasting it.
Every sip you're gonna taste something. It's
Super
smooth.
weird.
Yeah.
It's a different
Wow.
style of whiskey.
I've never experienced
Me
this in,
either.
in
It's
alcohol.
not. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not a beginner one, and that's why
I
we
feel
saved this
like
one.
I'm still tasting it.
I know, right?
Like even
That's why this
I
one's
haven't
the
drank
last
it.
shot.
I feel like there's like we're camping out
Yeah.
on some crazy lake in
Yeah.
like the mountains right now. Like something's just
Yeah. Smoky.
Why,
Yeah, smoke.
why not a beach bonfire?
ooh.
Yes.
A beach bonfire. You guys break out the guitar. You're
Yes.
playing. She starts
I like this.
twerking or whatever dancing she does.
I could totally see this at a beach bonfire.
Yes.
I like beach
Taste
bonfire.
it.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's crazy. It's weird how you can put things in tastes, you know?
Hmm.
It's how we are with music, though.
It is how we are with music. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can get like just tweak a few different things. You get a whole different flavor to a song, and
For sure. We actually just wrote like okay, so this is really cool. We were having just like a day off. We never have days off. We're always working. But we were like, you know what? He came up with like a really cool loop beat kind of thing. And I was like, you know what? I kind of hear something. And it's just kind of how we go. We write. People always ask us how we write our music, but it's just very random and sporadic. And so he made a loop, and I kind of was hearing something, and we made this like Latin dance party hit. And so that just kind of tells you it's just a little bit of random things, but it's really cool.
Yeah, it was. It's really cool. We should be releasing the song next month, I guess.
oh,
Hopefully.
very cool.
Yeah, next month, and it's gonna be called. You should say it because.
Arriba.
Arriba.
Arriba. Yeah.
So has to have that Latin flavor.
You definitely lots of Latin sounds in
throw
it. Yeah, very cool song.
Very fun.
So now, do you bring any Latin flavor?
To the marriage?
Yeah. Well, to the marriage, to the band.
So
the
it's
music?
funny that you asked that because my entire life I've always been super just amazed by the Latin culture. How lively they are, how loud they are, how passionate they are, how just real they are, and how they love each other with just so much like so much passion. And I don't. My entire family's white, super white, like beyond white.
Norwegian white.
Yo,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
Norwegian.
half Norwegian.
Yeah, I'm Norwegian.
He is.
So, yeah. But I like my soul, or maybe like in a past life, or I don't know. I've always been pulled to that Latin culture. So I've been very observant of Latin culture. I do have some, like my step side of the family is all Brazilian. So that kind of, I seek some of that culture, but I don't know if I bring it, but I definitely do love it. I do love the Latin culture.
And that's just what I am, I feel.
So you feel you can dance, but you really can't.
Exactly.
You feel you got the rhythm, but
Nailed
Nothing.
it. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, growing up in Mexico, I feel like you hear the culture is so different. But not only that, but growing up with the music that you listen to, the music that I listen to growing up is so different than American radio. And so bringing that, who I am, and I can read, write, sing Spanish. So we were writing Spanish music for like 3 years, way before even the Latin market really like started taking off. But that kind of brings in the Latin part of it, is me being able to write and to these songs. Not only is it half English, but it's half Spanish, and it's been cool.
Yeah, has been.
is it? I mean, both of you guys have been in other bands before. Now you're in a band together. Is it kind of weird having that band dynamic where you're husband and wife? I mean, you can never get away from the band member.
Yeah, like,
Yes.
okay, from like the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, we're thinking of ideas on how to build our brand.
Yeah.
You know, build our band. So definitely, coming from past things, when I was as an independent artist, I figured ways to shut it on or shut it off. You know when I'm working, know when I'm not working. Now that we're in this husband and wife, and we're also musical partners, it's almost like we just can't help it but to always talk about, yo, this would be really good for the band. This would be really good if we sing it this way. Hey, let's release like an Easter album or Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, there's always ideas coming since we're always around each other anyway.
Definitely.
So I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. But right now it's fun. So we're just kind of keeping it fun and trying to.
And we had never wrote or produced with anyone else. Like, we were just independent, doing our own music, and we had never co-wrote with someone. So writing a song is very personal and it's very intimate. So when we started doing that together, I feel like we just never thought we could. So when we started doing it was like, why shouldn't we be doing this together? Because, I mean, husband and wife, I feel like there's like a standard for what you should be doing, but ever since we've met, we've always done things differently. And our music has just kind of been something that we try to do separately, but when we did it together, it was 100 times even better. And even though sometimes we disagree and don't always like agree on everything, our music has kind of just been something that we were able to merge together without it being a problem. And if we don't like a lyric, then it's nothing like, oh, I don't like you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, okay, next lyric. Next lyric, something else. So we've kind of found like a really good balance within like being married. Yesterday was my birthday, so we spent like time off not working, you know, but
Just
today,
living.
yeah, exactly, just living, you know.
Today you got to deal with me.
Today we work.
But it's a good deal.
But it's a fun deal, you know, and we get to do it together. So not a lot of people get to do that, and not a lot of people get to do something with their other person. So it's cool.
That's cool. Now, I mean, it is like bands progress. A lot of times they need that distance to kind of, like, one member goes off and does whatever, another member kind of does whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, are you guys going to be able to kind of explore different creative outlets and kind of bring it back in when it's time to be Willow and Wife?
That's a
Or
really
are
good
you
question.
always Willow and Wife wherever you do whatever you do?
That's a really good question. And we were talking about that the other day. Like, Sudi is a really good dancer. Sudi is a really good model. Sudi is really good at other things outside of Willow and Wife. And so there's no reason for me to withstand her, keep her from doing the things that she's really great at. Because she still gets calls for modeling, she gets calls for acting, she gets calls for singing or writing for other artists. And that's another way of helping build the Willow and Wife brand too, is she's getting better at her craft. And however she can get better at her craft will ultimately benefit us as a brand too. So
Same with him.
Yeah, same with me too. Like, I'll write and produce songs for other artists, and even though it's for someone else, we can still take what we've learned from that project and take it back to our own project and make something even better. So
and we're actually thinking of something even bigger. I mean, we have Willow and Wife, but ultimately, like, we see something bigger as like W Records. So we want to own sometime in the future our own record label where we can help other artists. You know, we're really not selfish about just being our dream and just us, and it's just about us. It's like, yes, we are Willow and Wife, but we also want to help other people. And
Reach their
W
goals,
Records is just about other people and other artists and reaching out and teaching other people what we know. A lot of people want to keep secrets to themselves, but we really are about like helping other people and, you know, just keeping other people going.
Yeah. Wanting to pave like a pathway to success through music.
Right.
Mhm.
Because really, like you've been in music your whole life. No one said, hey,
Right.
here's how you do the music industry. And here's
Right.
how you become a 6-figure person in the music industry. No one ever gave that to us.
Yeah.
But hey, we figured it out. So let's like show other people how to do it too in a fun way. Like,
Right.
you know.
And if that means collabing with new artists, new people that we meet, new photographers, new whoever we meet, you know, we're trying to raise other people up as we're going up. You know, it's not about competition. It's about just helping each other.
Mhm. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really good. I mean, you got as long as you guys kind of separate the actual Nick and wife from the Willow and wife. I mean,
Right.
that's because I mean it's going to be hard going
Right.
forward to keep that distance
Mhm.
between the
Right.
two
Definitely.
and
Definitely.
all that good stuff.
Definitely.
There
We
is,
just-
yeah.
You just gotta take some moments for yourself. And I feel like as long as you're just thankful and appreciative of those moments, you can move forward with, you know, your work life with that.
Definitely. In today's day and age, every new musical artist is constantly promoting everything that they're doing.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
everything that they're doing. And we are, as a new
Right.
music artist, we're promoting everything that we're doing. But sometimes, like she said, you just gotta take time off and enjoy life. So
Yeah.
like yesterday was her birthday. We went to Balboa Island in Newport and we just enjoyed the day, just saw the island, went to shops and got some coffee and yogurt, frozen yogurt, just shopped around and enjoyed the day. Sometimes you just gotta turn off from business and
Right.
enjoy life. But we are still trying to figure out that balance of
For
musical
sure.
artist and husband and wife relationship. But
For
so
sure.
far it's working and it's been good.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Very cool. Well, thank you for being actually
I
guess we're not done. Hey,
Again!
done.
Okay.
Done.
Here we go.
Team wife again.
Jeez.
Done.
Okay,
Done.
now we're done. And I guess that's a wrap.
Thank
That's a
you.
wrap.
Any last words?
Thank you for having us.
Definitely.
Very much appreciated.
I appreciate
Great
it.
whiskey.
Thank
Great
you.
whiskey.
Hope to see you at our next concert or our
Yes.
music video releasing tomorrow, Sex on the Beach.
You can find our music anywhere.
Very
SoundCloud, iTunes, Amazon, just Willow and Wife.
We will post a link below, and I guess that's a wrap.
Woo!
Nice, man. Cool.
Thanks.
Cool.
Thank you.
Heck yeah.
I like all of this.
I can't lie, dude.